This is Real Roots TV, and we're back with your Young, Hip, and Natural segment. I'm Yate, and
I'm Lamaria.
And we have some good news. She had been going natural, returning back to her natural hair texture for quite some time, right, ma'am?
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? She did the big chop back in July 19th to be exact. But as you can see, she has her protective style in. So we're going to talk about her big chop. What was her experience? How did it make her feel? You know, just the different things that you go through. And I kind of small chopped a little bit in May. So I, in essence, did a small chop. But let's get started. Okay, Lamaria, take us through your big chop. You did it on a Friday.
Yeah.
What was it like?
I was not going there to get a big chop. I was going there to get like a bob. Just something for just to start off with, and it ended up being the big chop instead. I kind of wanted to get it over with because I knew if like inside if I wasn't gonna do it now, I wasn't gonna do it later. So I kind of did that, and I had a little extra push. That wasn't, yeah.
Well, what was the extra push? Explain to the young ladies out there how that worked, or how did it go?
I was getting my hair washed, and my mom was like shampooed. And my mom was like, you should get this. You should do big chop. So I felt a little pressure, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. It's not what I wanted, but just go with it. And then when I was in the chair and I was getting my hair cut, I was like, oh, Lord. When I saw it just falling all off and getting cut and chopped off, I was like, there's my hair. But then, I was just like, I thought it would look like a certain way, and it wasn't what I expected, but in the end, I just wish I had a better experience first time. Just, if you're trying to get a big chop, think it through all the way. You don't want to just chop off all your hair and then not have like if you don't like it, you don't have a plan B. Because I have a plan B right now, box braids. But what if you don't have a plan B? Then, yeah, it was bad.
So your big chop experience wasn't a
fairy tale. It was not good.
Okay, so it wasn't what you thought.
Yeah.
Let's kind of do this. Had you had the, we'll say, perfect experience, what would you envision that big chop being, or that process being? What would you have imagined?
The cut would be better. I mean, it could have been resolved. It could have been, I don't know, better than it was. But
help the young ladies out there when you say better. Was it the cut?
It was the cut.
Okay.
It could have looked better than what it did. It didn't look
like you imagine it. So let me ask you this. I know that there's a difference when a stylist cuts your hair versus a barber, someone who's used to performing
I think I would
low haircuts or short haircuts
with the barber,
or working with clippers or scissors for that matter.
Yeah.
But when you're looking at the process, we tend to think or know or feel, because barbers do it on a regular basis. They do it on a consistent base, that they would be more inclined to do a better precision cut when it comes down to the big chop. So, do you think that your experience would have been better if it had been a barber, or your experience would have been better if the stylist had barbered more from that perspective?
I think I would have been better with the barber.
Okay.
Because they know what, how to fix you up and make your hair, like your cut fit your face. And she didn't do that. She just cut it and wanted to send me out like that, out of the chair. And I was like, no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
What are you doing? So, it wasn't a good big chop, but I'm not saying that all big chops are bad. They're not bad. It's just you have to think about, is that something that you want? And then you have to find people who deal with natural hair. And she doesn't really deal with natural hair, and she doesn't really do natural hair. So, I just got the bad one.
Okay. Yeah. Well, how do you feel now? You're a little over a month out with your big chop, even though you have what they call now a protective style.
Yeah.
Extensions or weaved hair. How do you feel now that you've gone through the process and you're wearing a protective style?
I feel like it'll be better. I'm able to let it grow and not have to worry about, when I did do transitioning, it just broke out a lot, and I just wanted to just like cut it all off and just like start all over again, because I was just like, what's the point of me keeping all this broken, damaged hair? Why don't I just cut it off? So I finally got the chance to just, do the big chop and get all my split ends and everything else, and my hair can grow back healthier in the way I want it to. And instead of waiting, because I did that before, I could have earlier when I was introduced to natural hair, which was like 8. I could have did that when my hair was healthy, and I could have started early. But I wanted to have straight hair, and I wanted to do this and perms. And then now that I look at it, relaxers, I look at it now and I'm just like, why didn't I start when I was 8? Like, why did I wait so long? And I was too busy trying to fit in and trying to look this way. And now that I have no choice, I try to beat myself up. Like, why didn't you when I was 8? But now that I'm able to just look at it now, I started early. I started on time. So I have some years. To get my hair back to where it is, but it was good. I mean, take like 2 years and I'll just probably have like a fro. Yeah.
I think you'll have a fro before that.
Yeah.
I really do. Before you made the big chop, you were right around 7 months, because you've been transitioning since December. So you had a pretty good length. I'll do a blog post on that and you'll see the pictures. But we wanted to come to you live because we've been a little behind with getting our videos up. Yeah. But that's okay, because we're still here. We're going to continue with the Young, Hip, and Natural segment. And we look forward to doing another video. But before we go, we just want to encourage all you young ladies and women who are considering the big chop or who are considering going natural. Really think about it. Do your research. Get out and attend, different classes, different segments. Educate yourself. Find a good support group, because women who choose to return to their natural hair texture, it is a huge step. It's something that we're not accustomed to. We're not used to. One, because of the beauty standards or the world standards of what beauty is. Just the whole process. It's an emotional journey, which includes our way of thinking of how we view ourselves. And not only that, what we think the perception is about how we look. So in that, we want to encourage you all to continue the process for those who are on the journey, and for those who are considering it, we encourage you with that process. I'm not anti anything. I'm Miss Pro Natural because there are a lot of healthy benefits to it, and we don't need to go into all the details of the don'ts or the harmful effects of that processing. But either way, we are here to support you. And again, my niece is finally made the big chop.
Yeah.
I'm glad that she has had an opportunity to come forth and speak and encourage some of our young women. And some of you don't know, but I actually had to go through that process when I was younger, and it was very, very traumatic. Wait for the blog post to come, and you'll see a picture of me with my hair with the TWA back then. We thank you for watching us. We hope that you continue to support Young, Hip, and Natural. And this is Real Rootz TV. And this is
Lamaria.
Peace.
Bye.